Nathaniel Arthurs is with us, the Jimmy Stewart Airport Festival. It's March. Why are we talking about the Airport Festival? Well, because that's not so far from now. Good morning.
Good morning. How are you?
Wonderful.
Hey, Todd, I want to thank you and Renda Broadcasting for having me on here, the Indiana County Center for Economic Operations and Affiliates. And I also want to give special thanks to Lisa Moreau. She does our marketing. Jill Stifler does our webpage. Luxembourg 700 Shop, Indiana County Tourist Bureau, and the Jimmy Stewart Museum for the sales of the challenge coins that we did last year. And all of our sponsors and our friends and volunteers at the airport, without them, we could not have made this happen.
Yeah.
And what was really neat with the challenge coins last year, we were able to generate $2,500 to go to the Jimmy Stewart 310 project. Mm-hmm. That's his personal plane. It's going to be going up on a pedestal out there. Harold Wood is the one that's working on that. We're really proud of all the efforts that he's done and everybody's efforts at working on that as well.
Well, last year it went from a show to a festival.
No, it went from a festival to an air show.
To an air show.
Big difference is the aerobatic parts of it. We have David Schultz, is our air boss to make it safe, and we really knocked the leather off the ball. He did a great job, and our whole committee and all the volunteers. We had 150 volunteers alone. We're needing good quality, open-minded volunteers this year, so if anybody wants to volunteer, contact the airport. We're looking for great volunteers. This is a community event. We are so lucky to have an airport right here in Indiana. It's a keystone for our town. You look what it's done to Latrobe. Right now they have it up on their marquee, over $200 million into the economy of Latrobe. And we are about 15 years behind where Latrobe is right now, to give you an idea.
Wow,
so
that's amazing.
Yep.
Now, there might be people out there that say, well, I don't know anything about airplanes. I don't know anything about shows or festivals or anything of that nature. What could I volunteer to do?
Oh, but we have everything from parking. We have a lot of children's activities, a lot of learning and STEM projects for kids. Just get a hold of us. We'll find something for you. As long as you're open-minded and positive, we want you on board. And what was really neat this year, too, Todd, is that John Miller's from Latrobe. He has no parts to Indiana whatsoever, no connection, anything. He volunteers his time, and I'm very thankful for him. We went out to the International Council of Air Shows, and what it is, it's a whole seminars put on to how to run an air show better. And we were able, with that, to meet some top performers in the world. Mm-hmm. And we have the gold medal winner performer coming here to Indiana. It's Stephen Trosek, and he has the Red Baron's replica airplane, and they do a whole theatrical performance. It is amazing. We are so thankful that we have him. We have Steve Covington with SRC Air Shows coming in. He has a Hot Rod Pitts. It's a really neat plane. And you can check this all out on JimmyStewartAirport.com. Go about the air show. It's all on there. And we have Manfred Radius. He's a French-Canadian. He does an aerobatic glider that he does a whole performance on to a classical musical.
Glider?
Yes. So we haul him up at 5,000 feet, cut the cord, and he does the whole thing to a classical musical soundtrack. It's pretty impressive what he can do with no engine, no nothing. We have Charlie Cartledge coming. He has a TBN Avenger this year. He'll be doing rides. It's one of those bucket list things that we have $600 per person, or for two people, it's $900. It's an old World War II plane. Mm-hmm. It's the same plane that George Bush flew in the Pacific Theater and got shot down. It's part of the torpedo squadron. So those people that want to be in that same type of plane, this is your opportunity to do it at the air show. It's only $600 for a ride in it, $900 for two people. We have Paul Doherty coming in. He flies a Christian Eagle, a bi-wing plane. His daughter's going to be part of it. She's 17 years of age. She did her solo in a Curtis Jennings airplane. She'll be there with us. And you'll be able to meet all these performers. We have an area that's going to be meeting the pilots, meet the performers. So you'll be able to meet them right up front and center, get autographs, whatever you'd like to do. We have Brian Jorgensen. He's flying a BT-13. It's a trainer plane. Dave Cayley. He's famous for putting smoke rings around Latrobe right now. So, lit up 911. Anyway, he flies a T-6, so he'll be here. We have Skydive PA coming in. And some new things this year we have is the Rusty Nuts is putting on a car cruise for us. We have a drone zone put on by Tailspin Hobbies. So we'll have inside the hangar. So everybody needs to leave their drones at home because there's a TFR. But we're going to teach the public about safety of drones. And there's also going to be a drone obstacle course. So people will be able to experiment with them and so forth. Inside a big hangar, it's going to be pretty neat. We're excited about that. Also, you'll be hearing from Walt Schroth. He does the hangar dance. We're mixing it up a little bit this year. Mm-hmm. We're going to have Tennessee Courage. It's a country western band. Big country for our country. Oh. It's a way we honor our veterans. We have 4 veterans we honor each year. And it's something that Walt has been very passionate about. We are all passionate with and behind him on this as well. So we are so excited about it. Todd, do you have any questions for me on anything?
Jeez, how could I have? Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? This is going to be fantastic, and we know that this is something that it just generates so much interest. And one of the great things about it is the fact that people can come from anywhere to this show.
Yeah,
just watching the planes fly in on Friday.
Oh yeah, it's pretty neat.
It's incredible.
It's neat to watch.
And then you get to get up and close with them, and you get to actually go inside some of the planes. Right.
Right, absolutely.
Is that going to be a part of it this year?
Right. Where do you get that chance to get up personal with an airplane? That you can do that. It's only air shows, and air shows are one of the number one tourist events. Last year, we pulled people within an 80-mile radius to Indiana County, and this is going to keep growing each year. So we're looking for sponsors, again, volunteers. Our ticket prices this year, if you buy them in advance, they're online right now for $10. I'd encourage everybody to do that. At the gate, they'll be $15 a head. Children 12 and under for free. We want to make it an affordable event for the families. Yeah. So it is a great event. It's going to be a great weekend. We're excited for it. We've been planning this since the last air show. When it was over, we've been right on it.
Now, one of the things about the tickets is I recall last year you could buy your ticket, go to some event, go home, do what needs to be done, and come back to the air show same day.
Right, the air show, the ticket is good for either day of the air show. You can go away, come and go as often as you please. We will tag you, so you'll be able to come in.
Yeah, you think about the air show, and again, it's in June.
In June.
You want to mark your calendar. Give the dates again.
June 8th and 9th of June. It's a Saturday and Sunday of June.
Yeah. The Jimmy Stewart airplane itself, would it be mounted by that time? You think it'll be up there?
I'm glad you brought that up. I talked to Harold Wood. He's in charge of that project, and our EAA Evergreen chapter, that's who has been working on this very hard. They have the base poured out there, so you'll see where it's going to be at. So they have that done. Marsh Contracting did all the work for that. He said probably by October, it looks like. We still need to raise some money on that, so we need anybody's help as well.
All right, so how can people still contribute? It doesn't have to just be by getting the coins. There obviously
it could be labor, materials. Harold Wood, if you contact the Jimmy Stewart Airport and talk to Rick Fulner, it's our new airport manager, he'll be able to help you and direct you to that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Some terrific things coming in the month of June with the Jimmy Stewart Air Show, and this is something, as you said, what it does for the economy of the Latrobe area, that can become here in Indiana.
Oh, yes. Yes.
A part of that has to do with the fact that the county has really upped its game at the airport.
Oh, my goodness, they have. Wow. We're very thankful for that. And it's a welcome mat. It's a place we have a great workforce here. It's a great place for business owners to come in and set up shop. It's an easy way to get from, place to place. The sky's the limit.
And with urban coming in,
oh my gosh,
and the possibility of other businesses following it into this area, it just becomes such it's a key, really, for Indiana County's economy.
Yes, absolutely. Everything from emergency purposes for even life flight to the military to our civilian use of it as well.
Yeah. Nathaniel Arthur's with us, so we're talking about the Jimmy Stewart Air Show that is going to be coming in the month of June, and you mentioned all of those amazing acts. When you got there to that to the show that you went to, where you were able to meet all of these flyers and see all of the planes, either on video, I'm sure, or maybe up close and personal. What was the coolest thing about that?
It was just cool to learn how to make an air show more, popular and to make it more efficient. But just to be right up front, like we were there with the Red Bull winner of the.
Yeah,
that's pretty impressive. You watch the Red Bull air races. I mean, you can get him to come out. Obviously, it's going to cost some money, but jet performers, the Blue Angels, the Snowbirds, the Thunderbirds, you get to meet these people up front and personal, and it's just like a celebrity event. Really, it's pretty cool. And
you really see that the passion that they have for flying and for those machines they fly.
So it's really neat. If you'd log onto our webpage again, check it out. We have the lineup on there. We're adding stuff on there all the time. But the Red Baron is our signature act this year. It is going to be pretty impressive. It's actually going to be a dogfight scene.
Oh, yeah?
A whole dogfight scene in the air.
Biplanes.
Oh, pretty neat. It's going to be really neat.
Yeah. All right. So get to the website, check it out. And as Nathaniel said, there's a chance for people to take part in the air show as volunteers. certainly there is plenty to do that weekend.
Plenty to do. We have Spiker helicopters coming in. They're going to be doing helicopter rides. We also have hot air balloon rides, tethered hot air balloon rides again. So there's just so much going on. There's so many moving pieces to this. There's going to be some other people coming on your show talking about their specific duties and what they're doing as well.
Yeah. Good stuff is coming.
Yep.
Hey, thanks for coming in with a little preview, and we'll
Yes.
catch up several times between now and Airshow time.
I appreciate you. Thank you again, Todd.
Our pleasure. It is the voice of Indiana County, WCCS AM 1160 and 101.1 FM. Jimmy Stewart Airshow is coming.